Hello friends, in today's video we'll be talking about the details of the yellow line of Namma Metro, also called as Bengaluru Metro. This will be a detailed video wherein we'll talk about the stations, the trains, the features, design, specialities, opening, a current progress, the delays. We'll talk about almost everything of the yellow line. This will be a great video. So let's start with the video. But before that, please like my video and share this video so that you others also get to know about my channel, and do subscribe as well. So let's start with today's video. The yellow line of Namma Metro Phase 2 will run between Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road, RV Road and Bommasandal for 18.82 kilometers. This will mainly serve the people living in the south and southeastern parts of the city. It will connect many important locations like Jayadeva, Central Silk Board, Hosa Road, Electronic City, etc. This line will get a depot at Hebagudi. It will entirely be an elevated line. Now let's talk about the stations of the yellow line. The stations of the yellow line will be as follows: Bommasandal, Hebagudi, Huskur Road, Electronic City, Konnapanna Agrahara, Bharathan Agrahara, Hosa Road, Singh Sandra, Kudlu Gate, Hongasandra, Bomanna Halli, Central Silk Board, where you can get interchange facility with the under construction Blue Line Metro, which will run from Central Silk Board to Kempegowda International Airport. Then we have BTM layout, Jayadeva Hospital. In Jayadeva Hospital, you can interchange with the under construction Pink Line Metro, which will run from Kalena Agrahara to Nagavara. After that, we have Ragigudda and finally RV Road or Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road, where you will be able to interchange with the existing Green Line corridor, which runs from Nagasandra to Silk Institute. This will make it a total of 16 metro stations on the yellow line, running for 18.82 kilometers. Now let's talk about the trains of the yellow line metro. BMRCL or Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation Limited plans to use driverless trains on the yellow line. It will be the first time that driverless technology is going to be used in Namma Metro. This will be the first example of it. Now, yellow line and other phase 2 lines may see trains running every 2 minutes. So passengers may not have to wait for long to catch a new train. The frequency will just be 2 minutes. Some sources even claim 90 seconds. So it is going to be very good. Passengers won't have to wait long for a new train. So now let's have a look at the table to understand the differences between the lines and the frequencies of the newer line and the older line. So we are going to now compare. So first let's talk about the green line and purple line. These are the existing corridors and they are part of phase 1. So their frequency is 4 minutes during peak hours and 10 minutes during non-peak hours. This is the frequency. But now let's talk about the newer lines. That's the yellow line, pink line, blue line. These are a part of phase 2. These are the under construction. They are the newer lines. Their frequency will just be 2 minutes, and that can be reduced to 90 seconds only with more improvements. Now you may be wondering what makes the difference between both these lines. The difference is in the signaling system that is used. Now what do you mean by a signaling system? A signaling system controls the train operation, it improves efficiency, it ensures safety. So that's a basic definition of a system. And the frequency of a train depends a lot on the system. So the only difference is that they both are using different systems. So the existing green and purple line corridors use the DTG system. whose full form is Distance to Go Signaling System. But the newer lines will use a system called CBTC, whose full form is Communications Based Train Control Signaling System. That's the full form. I'll repeat, Communication Based Train Control Signaling System. Now what will its features be? So first of all, it's automatic. Automatic train operation, protection, supervision, it's all automatic. So the main feature of this is automatic. Then it is energy efficient as well. It's more accurate than the other systems. It can locate the position of a train with more accuracy, and it has a better management of railway traffic. Now let's get out of the trains and talk about the construction of the yellow line of Namma Metro. So before understanding the construction work, we need to understand a word called tendering. Now what do you mean by tendering? So let's first see its definition. Tendering is defined as the process of choosing the best or cheapest company to supply goods or do a job by asking several companies to make offers. So what does this mean? So first of all, we need to understand that it is a process of choosing a best or cheapest company. So it chooses a company. Chooses a company to do what? It chooses a company to supply goods or do a job. Supply goods or do a job. So what basically happens in this tendering process is that the Metro Rail Authority will have to do a job, right? They have to construct a line. So they will choose a company to do so, either to supply goods, which can be trains, or they may do a job by constructing a line. Now how do they choose it? They'll ask several companies to make offers, and the best company, or usually the cheapest company, is asked to do so. Come, let's take an example. So let's say a Metro Rail Authority, which is BMRCL in this case. So the Metro Rail Authority wants to construct a part of a line. Now different companies will tell their prices for doing the work, and the company that does the work in the lowest price is chosen. As you can see, this does it in 400 crores, this does it in 500 crores, this just does it in 350 crores. So this is usually chosen for doing the work. So that's what it is. Now let's go back to Namma Metro. Back to our yellow line. So the tenders for the construction of the yellow line were floated in 3 packages. Now what do we mean by that? This means that the work was divided into 3 stretches, and different companies were supposed to do the 3 stretches. Okay. The first tender was floated for the construction of the stretch from Bomasandra to Hosa Road for 6.418 kilometers. This involved the construction of 6 elevated stations and a depot entry line to Hebagodi depot. So you can see this is the normal track leading to Hebagodi station, and this will be a depot entry line. Now the second tender was floated from Hosa Road to Bomanahalli. This was floated for the construction of the stretch from Hosa Road to Bomanahalli. It involved the construction of 5 elevated stations. Both these packages were awarded to ITD Cementation, and this stretch from Hosa Road to Bomanahalli was 6.385 kilometers. Now the third tender was floated for the construction of the stretch between Bomanahalli and RV Road in Bomanahalli for 6.34 kilometers. It involved the construction of 5 elevated stations, as well as a road-cum-rail flyover. So what is this? So they had to demolish the Jayadeva flyover, and because of that, BMRCL promised to make a new flyover from Ragigutta to Central Silpur. We'll discuss about this later in our video. So we'll talk about that later in the video. So this work involved the construction of 5 elevated stations as well as this road-cum-rail flyover for 6.34 kilometers, which looks like this. This is the image of the same. This was awarded to HCC URC joint venture. Now the cost of the Bombasandra to Hosa road stretch was rupees 511.35 crores. The cost of the Hosa road Bommanhalli stretch was rupees 485.52 crores, and the cost of the Bommanhalli RV road stretch was rupees 797.27 crores. Now let's talk about the unique stations. Now what do I mean by that? In this section we'll be talking about the interchange stations, because we know that yellow line will serve interchange with many stations. So in this section we'll be talking about that, as well as we'll be talking about the design of the stations, the past of the stations, how they are being constructed, how will it look in the future. We'll be discussing about all that in this section. So yellow line will be a very important line because it will give interchange facilities with the green line, then pink line and blue line. It will give green line intersection with RV Road, pink line at Jayadeva and blue line intersection at Central Silpo. So in this section we'll be talking about these three stations in detail, starting with the RV Road or Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road metro station. So RV Road or Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road metro station currently serves the green line. Right now it is just like a normal station of the green line. This is an existing station. So this currently serves the green line and will act as a terminal station for the yellow line in the future. When yellow line will be ready, this will be a terminal station or the end station. But how will this station be designed? Where will the yellow line station be? Where will the green line station be? How will they be linked? Let's see all that. So let's say this is the existing green line platform of RV Road metro station, and here are the tracks. So where can the yellow line platform be made? Maybe to its right. That seems quite fine, right? And this design will be the easiest to construct. The tracks also won't intersect or overlap each other, and they will go like this. Over here towards the north, it will just continue for some more distance and end, because RV Road is the terminus, and towards the south it can take a right and go to Bommasandra. So this could be the simplest design. This is how it looks on the map. Our green line looks like this and yellow line looks like this. This is just an approx design. But this is actually the old alignment, and this will not be followed anymore by BMRCL. Now why? You may be wondering, why was this alignment dropped? It was actually the simplest, right? No, not really. The problem was that this alignment would involve the cutting of 150 well-grown trees. They would have to be cut. And this will also disrupt the water supply of the nearby residents, since the water pipelines were beneath the land that had to be acquired. And a few properties also had to be acquired. So all this had to be done. But since there was a plan B, which was just a minor change and that worked much better, this alignment was dropped. So plan B states that if this is the green line platform, then the yellow line platform should be made on the left side of the green line platform. But what about the positioning and alignment of the tracks? So this is the existing green line tracks, which BMRCL won't change. This is towards Silk Institute and this is towards Nagasandra. But what about the yellow line track? So towards the north, it will go and just terminate them, because this is a terminal station, it will just end. But towards the south, what will happen is that the track will go over the green line. This will go over the existing Green Lines metro viaduct, over the existing Green Lines metro track, which is going to be quite cool to see. So this is an image of the same. Here's an image of the intersection of it. So the line running at the bottom is the green line from Silk Institute to Nagasandra, and the top line, the line running on the top, will be the yellow line which runs from Masandra to RV Road. This will be our yellow line. Here is another image of the yellow line platform being constructed to the left side of the green line platform. So this is a green line station and the green line platform will be somewhere here and there, and this is the yellow line platform. The platform for the yellow line is being made to the left side of the green line. You can see. Now let's end with RB Road station and move on to our next station. That's the Jayadeva Interchange Metro Station. So the Jayadeva Interchange Metro Station will be located right at Jayadeva Junction next to Jayadeva Hospital. It will be a station of the yellow line, will serve as an interchange between the yellow line and the pink line. What's the pink line? The pink line runs from Kalina Agrahara to Nagavara. This is going to be an under construction metro station. Now, you may be wondering how this would be designed. So both these lines will intersect each other at around 90-degree angle. They'll almost be perpendicular. So that's why this will be a very massive station. Let's have a look at it. So before the construction of the Jayadeva metro station, the Jayadeva flyover was all that took up the entire space. And a road underpass also exists right there. You can see this is the flyover and this is the road underpass. So combining everything, and this is also quite traffic heavy junction. So combining everything, it makes it difficult for BMRCL to construct the metro station. It made it very difficult. So they had to demolish the flyover. You can see this is a part of the newspaper that there was no other way to construct the metro station. They had to demolish the flyover. There was no other way. This was the first time that an important flyover is getting demolished to make way for metro in the city. It was the first time. And here are a few images of the demolition of the Jayadeva flyover. So now they can make the metro station. But BMRCL promised to make a new flyover from Rakigudda to Central Silpod along the alignment of the Yellow Line Metro. This will be city's first road cum rail flyover. So over here the first level will be a road, so that's the flyover, and our second level will be the metro. Now, and this will also pass through our Jayadeva Interchange metro station again. So now combining everything, you might be wondering how the structure would look. The structure will look very interesting. Let's see. So after the completion of the structure, Jayadeva will be a 5-level transit hub. So the first level will be the underpass connecting Banalghatta and Teri Circle. The second level will be a road level, the street level for vehicles to move around normally. So on top of that, we'll have the under construction flyover from Rakigudda to Central Silpod. Level 4 will have the platforms of the Yellow Line Metro. And the top level will hold the platforms of the Pink Line Metro. So the Pink Line will run at a height of 29.1 meters, making it the highest of Namma Metro. This will be the highest of Namma Metro. And between the platforms of the Yellow Line and Pink Line Metro, a concourse will be made, which will have the ticketing counters, the AFC gates, etc. So this is going to be a very massive and interesting structure. Now, let's talk about Central Silpod Metro Station. So what do you think of when you hear Silpod? Maybe traffic, or maybe traffic. So Silpod traffic is pathetic. In fact, Silpod has found its name in the list of the top 7 worst traffic spots in the country. Silpod has found its name in this list. So don't you think that metro connectivity should be provided here? Don't you think more flyovers should be made here? Yes, and they will be made here. First, let's talk about the metro. We'll come to the flyover part a bit later. So the Central Silpod Metro Station will be a station of the Yellow Line and will act as a terminus for the Blue Line. The Blue Line will run from Central Silpod to Kempegowda International Airport. So using this station, passengers can interchange between the Yellow Line and the Blue Line. So this will be a very important station. Let's have a look at Silpod structure. So ta-da, here's the structure. I know it looks very confusing. First of all, to make any sense out of this, we need to understand the directions. So the side towards the top is going towards Electronic City, and towards the left this is the ORR and going towards Marathalli. This side is towards Madiwala, towards the down, and towards the right it goes towards BTM layout. So let's say understood the structure. For now, the directions. Now let's understand the structure. But let's understand part by part. First, let's only look at the stations. So we just want to focus on the station. The station which is marked in red over here is going to be the station for the yellow line, and you can see the track is turning towards Electronic City. And the station marked in blue is for the Blue Line Metro, which will run from Central Silport to Kempegowda International Airport. So the track follows ORR and goes towards Marathalli, Galpuram towards the airport. So basically this is going to be our stations. Now let's look at the flyover. But to understand the flyover, I need the entire figure. So all the flyovers that you can see, all the confusion that you can see here is actually a part of one flyover. So can you see? Let me zoom in over here. Yeah. So can you see that this flyover is coming here. It is running like this, and this you can see a bit more over here, and it merges towards here. And this is the exit of this flyover. So let's see. First, let's talk about the exit. So first, you may be wondering which flyover this is actually. So this, you remember, this ends over Silport and is following the alignment of the Yellow Line Metro. This is the flyover, the under construction flyover from Rakigudda to Central Silport that BMRCL is making for the compensation of the demolition of the Jayadeva flyover. That flyover, Rakigudda to Central Silport. So let's see. This is how a track follows. The track goes like this, and the flyover goes like this. This is how you can exit towards Marathalli. You can follow from here to here, and towards Electronic City following Hosur Road you can go like this. And from Outer Ring Road you can enter like this. From towards HSR you can come like this and follow and go to this flyover. So this is how our entire structure will look. But there is just one thing that you should know, that the station marked in blue, that's the Blue Line metro station of Silport, is shifted to the other end of Silport now. So none of the structures or models have shown this because this is a recent new alignment. Now you may be wondering, why is this alignment done? We'll talk about the small change a bit later. So for now, let's just summarize the Silport junction. So these are the roads: the top towards Electronic City, down towards Madiwala, left side towards Marathalli, right side towards PTM layout. Then we have the existing flyover connecting Hosur Road and Madiwala. This is the existing flyover there. Then we have the Rakigudda to Central Silport flyover, the under construction one. Here is the exit of the flyover, one towards Electronic City and one towards Outer Ring Road. And then from here towards Outer Ring Road, the road that's meeting the flyover here's the entry. This was the exit road, this is the entry. This is the station of the Yellow Line, Central Silport Yellow Line over here it's written Line 3. Yellow Line is also known as Line 3. And over here is the Central Silport Line 5 station or the Central Silport Blue Line station. Blue Line is Line 5. So in the phrase structures, or in any of almost all the structures that you might see on Google, shows that the Central Silport Line 5 and Line 3 stations are together, like how we had seen. First, let's just talk about the stations, so we may forget about the other parts. So yeah, back to where we were. Why was this change done? Over here there should have been the Line 3 station and should be the Line 5 here. Now you may be wondering why this was dropped. Why was this dropped? Now why is this alignment done? It is a simple answer: land acquisition. So the answer is land acquisition. You know how heavy junction still board is. It was not possible to acquire so much land in this traffic heavy junction. So that's why they had to make this alignment. Now both, according to the new alignment, both stations will be on either ends of sill board. But now the distance between both the stations is now 300 meters. 300 meters to interchange isn't ideal. It will also cause an increase in the overall commuting time, train interchange time, and walking this much will also be sort of hard. So as part of the design change, BMRCL plans to install a footover bridge that will connect both these stations. They will have travelators also installed in them. This will help in relieving some of the pain. And if BMRCL makes some artworks along the way, it will also look nice and it may become a pleasant experience. So this is going to be a footover bridge, and normal pedestrians who want to cross this Silpur junction may also use this. Now finally, when will this line open? We've talked quite a lot about the yellow line structure, design, stations, trains, etc. So when will this line finally open? So BMRCL had expected to open the entire line by December 2022. This target will surely not be met. You may be wondering why, what factors are causing the delay, what's the current progress. Let's know all of this now. First of all, what is causing or can cause of the delay? Delayed works on sill board in electronic city metro stations, the construction of Hebagodi depot, supply of new trains. All these factors can cause and add to the delay. Now, you may be wondering what's the current progress of the works on the yellow line. Let's see. So let's talk about the progress of the civil works of the line. So as we know, tenders were floated in 3 packages. So let's look at the progress of all packages, all stretches individually. First from Bommasandra to Hosa Road, second from Hosa Road to Bommanhalli, and third from Bommanhalli to Avi Road. So the first stretch from Bommasandra to Hosa Road is 92% complete, the civil works. And the Hosa Road to Bommanhalli stretch, the civil works in this stretch are entirely complete. But there's one problem, that the stretch between Bommanhalli and RV Road is only 76% complete. It's a bit slow. So this is a status of February 2022 according to Times of India. So this is the current progress. But we didn't answer our main question yet. What's the main question? That when will this line open for public? So now let's answer this. So when will this line open for public? It will open in 2 phases. So the first two, since the first 2 stretches are almost complete, they will be open first, and the final stretch will be open later. So the stretch from Bommasandra to Central Silk Board will open by December 2022, December of this year, while the stretch from Central Silk Board to RV Road or Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road, that's the entire line, can fully commission by May 2023. So here is where we end up the presentation and the video. Thank you very much. We've discussed a lot about the Yellow Line Metro. I hope you liked this video. And if you appreciate my work, then please like this video and share it to whomever you can so they also get to know about my channel. And if you want a video on the pink line of Namma Metro as well, you can comment pink line. I will try making a video on that. Stay tuned to my channel for more videos. Thank you very much.